principle is that you should never trade one of your good bishops for your opponent's bad knights. In this example, this is a very strong bishop. It's being kettled and it's controlling a lot of these important central squares. It's also very nicely hidden behind the pawns and can't really be harassed. If you were to trade that bishop for this knight, that would be a crucial mistake. Not only are you losing your very powerful bishop, which was controlling so many squares, you're taking it for Black's knight, which wasn't really doing a whole lot. And additionally, you now have Black's annoying bishop that you really have no way to deal with. Because never trade a good knight for a bad bishop. In this case, our knight on d6 is extremely strong. It is an outpost, so it's defended by these pawns. It can't be attacked by any of Black's pawns, because they've already been moved forward. And if we were to trade this knight for this bishop, that would be a terrible mistake. Our knight is doing so much, and Black's bishop is hardly doing anything. So do not make a move like this, or you're just handing the advantage back to your opponent. Always want to keep those really strong knights. Don't trade them off while we're talking about trading. The next principle is that a good knight on an outpost a lot of times can be worth a rook. So as you know, knights are 3 points and rooks are 5 points, but if you get your knight in the right spot at the right time, sometimes it's actually as good if not better than a rook. And here's a good example. This knight is extremely powerful. Look how it's blocking off both of Black's rooks. It's also controlling the square that the rook might like to go to control this file. It's putting pressure on 2 different pawns, and it's just sitting there defended by this pawn, and Black's kind of like, what am I going to do? Black can hardly move any pieces because of that one knight there. So if you can ever get your knight on an outpost, and this is an outpost because there's no pawns that can attack it. So the way you would figure this out is, first you want to look at the board and see where could there be a potential outpost. The next idea, and this is super important, especially at endgames, but try to create protected pass pawns whenever you can. So in this position, it's our move. We could just trade this pawn off takes, and then we have pretty even position here. You know the kings are probably going to try to come up, and who knows what's going to happen. But a better option for us is to play the move of 5. And what we have done is created this little guy over here, which is called a protected pass pawn. So it's a pass pawn because there's no opponent's pawns that can stop it from becoming a queen, and it's protected because it's got a pawn over here that's protecting it. Really